Hi, everyone. Sisters, today I want to tell you a very exciting and true story. My husband and I actually met through hookup and then got married. Doesn't the title sound exciting enough? But you would never imagine that our 3 years have been more exciting than a TV series. Let me talk about myself first. I am 33 years old this year and work as a piano teacher in a second-tier provincial capital city. I have a decent income and live a comfortable life. My hometown is a third-tier city. Both his parents are CAs of state-owned enterprises. He is an only child. He was very strictly controlled by his family since he was a child. Even swearing was punished by being stuffed with ice cubes. Laughs. Can you imagine? Now he is quite well behaved in real life. But he likes to swear when chatting online. Maybe he was too suppressed when he was a child. He studied science and engineering in college. The ratio of men to women is seriously unbalanced. He is introverted and not outstanding in appearance. He has never been in a relationship in 4 years of college. He had a crush on a girl in his class who had a boyfriend, but he could only feel jealous in his heart. We'll laugh later, influenced by his roommate. He started to have sex in his senior year. The first time, he was so nervous that it ended before it even started. The girl was very nice, comforting him and even hugging him to sleep. As a result, he blocked her directly when he returned to school, laughing to death after graduation. He came to work in the city where I am now. He was busy with his career in the first 2 years and had no time to have sex. Later, his career improved and he bought a house. He started to have sex again, once or twice a month, and he kept a lot of friends on social software. He chatted with more than 40 girls at the same time and even noted the chat content just to avoid confusion. Shocked. But not many people were actually able to have sex. He counted himself and found that he had only dated 4 girls before graduation. He was quite sensible. He had regular physical examinations, prepared a small raincoat, and didn't sleep with random people. When I met him, his mother had just returned to a third-tier city after failing to get him married. I was different from the people he had dated before, and I wanted to whet his appetite from the beginning. I was very enthusiastic and humorous on social media. He said I didn't mind talking about sensitive topics, and I even teased him, but we just didn't meet easily. We chatted for more than 3 months before he asked me out. When we met for the first time, he was completely attracted to me. He said that I looked pure and innocent, and there was a big contrast between me in bed and outside the bed, which was particularly attractive to him. I am actually an ordinary piano teacher. I earn a decent income from teaching at a piano store. I am positive and optimistic in my circle of friends, and I love sports and laughter. Maybe it was this sense of mystery and contrast that made him want to conquer me. In order to attract me, he changed into a different person. He learned to cook, bake, bowl, ski, and even did a side job to make money just to have common topics with me and make me pay attention to him. His friend said that he fell in love, and it was true. He became less and less interested in me, and he lost interest in other sex partners and began to worry about gains and losses. This man is really cute once he is in love. We have been dating for almost 3 years, and we have always been more than sex partners, but less than lovers. He confessed to me and said that he liked me, but I would talk nonsense when it came to becoming a regular relationship. It's not that I didn't want to, but I felt that the time was not right, or I was not sure whether such a relationship could last. Later, he did something particularly risky. Proposed to me in bed. I thought he was being perfunctory again, but after he said that, I went down the stairs and asked him for a wedding ring, a house, and a salary card. He agreed to all of them, I said. Then try to get married. Now that I think about it, I was also quite impulsive at the time, but I just felt that this person was okay and could live with me. The other party's parents didn't object, and the betrothal gifts and house were settled through discussion. My mother in law was very happy. After urging her son to get married for 7 years, she finally married him off. She also liked me because I was a good girl. We didn't tell anyone that we met through hookup. After all, it's not a glorious thing. After marriage, he would occasionally ask me about my past hookup history, but I wouldn't talk to him about it. What's the point of talking about the past? Living in the present is important. I would flatter him and say that smart people know to look forward, and he would be embarrassed to ask again. Our married life has always been in harmony. We slept together for 3 years before marriage, and we still haven't gotten tired of sleeping together for another 3 years after marriage. Our home is full of our battlefields. Laughs. But there are real problems after marriage. I spent money lavishly. I basically spent all my salary every month, but he loved to buy big brand clothes, shoes, and cosmetics. And I received Alatif Express deliveries made Belaslas, then 300,000 and a year, and the pressure of mortgage Wesel Sagriet and Heshados Sibizime. Hekadnan stand it for a long time. We talked about it, hasked Mitosavamor, and I asked him Tamama Moramoni. Later, his company gave the salary and stopped giving me pocket money. My income dropped, and I gradually started tau, gradamy, consumption, and discuss saving money. We have been married for 3 years now, and we were living a pretty good life. But life is still long, and none can predict what the future will be like. Maybe a day I will tired of sleeping with you, or will encounter other temptations, or I will quarrel because I'll lack money. But it's uses stove. Think about the things. Snow. Just live in the present. Doi you think her marriage from Suf's friend. Stifficial marriage is different from Dubla. Dreme you think. In fact, life is liketh this. There are not all manuscripts. As longest will people are together, they can get along and understand each other. No matter how they start, they can live well. Of course, way have short, commies and quarrels, booterol, we're quite happy at the moment. Sometimes I wonder what my love would be like if hadn't seen mine social media. It might still be dating or marrying an ordinary person, but it would definitely not be as wonderful as Citus know. He changed a lot for him, and I also learned Ed to Savamani because of him. This feeling of mutual influence and change is pretty good anyway. No matter how the marriage started, the key is shows the two people manage it. Ween from hooking up to getting married, there was confusion and impulse in the middle, but now it seems the better right choice. There is still a long way to go in the future, so let's take it slowly, maybe and come up with a different story. By the way, if I'm on Sumna, you's met through hooking up, would you consider getting married? Anyway, I won't regret if I made the choice, and I'll talk about the future later. Well, that's the end of this story. If you liketh this channel, please live as Skidju discuss. See one next time.